investigative reporter Natalie Chuck continuing our coverage into a lack of regulations in Colorado when it comes to bounty hunters. In this new case our team uncovered, a bounty hunter is accused of assaulting a woman, leaving her with broken bones and bruised, all while he was allegedly waiting to go to trial himself.
Please call the cops back. Please.
Rarely do we hear from criminals who actually want the cops called.
I would rather go with the cops no matter what was happening. I was like, I wanted, I was like, call 911 because I was scared of them.
But this isn't the first time we've heard it.
I thought jail was safer at the time.
A woman Denver 7 Investigates spoke with last year, drawing parallels to this one. Both were contacted by separate bounty hunters in Colorado, involved in separate cases. Both share one feeling: fear.
I thought I was getting kidnapped. I didn't know. I couldn't imagine why.
It was around 1 o'clock in the morning, late December in East Denver. Angeline Montoya says she was moving into a new apartment when all of a sudden, in the dark,
"Do you think we forgot about you?" That's what he said.
Standing in front of her was 43-year-old William Holland and another woman, according to arrest documents. And while Angeline might be the one wearing an inmate uniform sitting with us inside the Arapahoe County Jail, these are not her arrest documents.
Ryan!
They're Holland's.
I've been doing this 14 years. I never had it like this before.
Sources confirm that this video obtained by Denver 7 Investigates is from the night in question. In it, you see a man investigators believe is Holland, sporting a vest that reads bail bonds on the back. He was there to work, hired as a bounty hunter after Angeline didn't show up for her sentencing in an identity theft case. Denver 7 Investigates has a little more than 20 minutes of video taken by a neighbor. In it is Angeline,
Help me, somebody, please.
shackled and screaming for help. But before that, you see who appears to be Holland, kicking the side of a truck with Angeline inside, hiding.
Get out!
He walks around, yelling, "Get out," his tone getting more and more aggressive. 45 seconds later, he uses a stun gun on her. 63 seconds after that, does it again, and eventually
You're going to get tased again.
threatens to do it again.
I think there was like so much adrenaline going on that I don't know where the pain was coming from. Kind of felt my arm like dislocate.
Angeline was in the hospital and jail's medical unit for weeks.
That's my elbow.
She suffered broken bones, a dislocated elbow, and ended up needing surgery.
Yeah, I do. I get very emotional. It was scary. And I'm still, like I said, I'm still going through the process of healing from everything that they did.
Holland ended up arrested nearly a month later. He is charged with second-degree assault causing serious bodily injury. But as we've previously reported, Holland knows his way around a pair of handcuffs, not just because he's a bounty hunter, but because he's been arrested before.
So they're having criminals chasing criminals, kind of. That's kind of absurd to me,
In fact, when this all happened, Holland was awaiting trial in Arapahoe County. Court records show he was charged with multiple counts of kidnapping while bounty hunting in 2021.
Yeah, I did not know that.
What goes through your mind when you hear that he's able to be out and do that?
That's crazy to me.
A jury found Holland not guilty of those charges just a few weeks after our interview with Angeline. But records show he has been convicted of multiple other crimes in the past, including felony theft in Maryland and impersonating a peace officer in Arapahoe County.
Well, we'd call Colorado one of a handful of Wild West states.
Jeff Clayton is the executive director of the American Bail Coalition, a bail advocacy group.
Bail agents can just go out and hire whoever they want with no state oversight.
Colorado has no regulations in place for hiring bounty hunters, no licenses, no background checks required, meaning people convicted of crimes while bounty hunting can get paid to bounty hunt again.
Just to say that we have people that have power conferred by the state of Colorado to arrest people with no licensure and training, to me, should be alarming to every citizen in the state of Colorado.
We've had levels of requirements, but not necessarily bounty hunters specifically regulated, not in the last 15, 20 years.
Katie O'Donnell is with the state's Department of Regulatory Agencies, which oversees the Division of Insurance, which oversees bail bonding. In 2011, Colorado's Office of Policy Research and Regulatory Reform, known as COPR, gave this review to the General Assembly. In it, they recommended, quote, repealing the requirement that prior to compensating a bail recovery agent, aka a bounty hunter, a bail agent must reconfirm that the recovery agent is qualified. Qualified by passing a fingerprinted background check and taking certified training, Copper's recommendation stuck. The law changed in 2012.
What does that mean that DORA can or cannot do when it comes to bounty hunters and enforcement?
Yeah, that's a great question. So pretty limited. There's not an enforcement component if there's not a statutory oversight.
What would it take to change that?
Legislative change usually, because they're the ones that really make those decisions and push those bills through if that's something that they're interested in.
Cops back, please.
Back on that December night, it was Aijaleen handcuffed in a parking lot, begging for police to come back.
And somebody did call 911.
Yes.
And the police came.
Yes.
And then they left.
Yes.
Holland's arrest documents say officers from the Denver Police Department responded on reports of a kidnapping, but officers left the scene after informing William to release Aijaleen, an order investigators say he ignored.
I was even saying, please don't leave me with them. Please don't leave me with them.
Now, Aijaleen is serving her time behind bars. Holland's case is going through court, and Colorado is still considered the, quote, Wild West for bounty hunting.
It was a horrible experience.
Call 911 now.
And I want to make sure that it doesn't happen to anybody, ever again, because, it was bad.
I think it's time for the department to take another look at this, and I think it's time for the legislature to take another look at this.
At his initial appearance, the judge in this case did reduce Holland's bond. He was able to get out of jail. His next hearing is scheduled for late May. Now, we did reach out to the man who is listed in court documents as Holland's defense attorney. He would not confirm or deny whether he was the defense attorney on this case and would not confirm whether he would get us in touch with Holland or offer a statement. We also called multiple phone numbers to get in touch with Holland. They were disconnected. To see the story that got us investigating bounty hunters in the first place in Colorado, you can scan the QR code on your screen or head to denver7.com. For Denver 7 Investigates, I'm Natalie Chuck.